Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing well. So today's video is more about being the first generation anything, right? For those, I didn't introduce myself, so I'm going to do so. My name is Christine and I am from St. Martin. I don't usually say that in my video, but anyhow, I'm saying it now. And so, for those that have been watching my video or know me personally, knows that I recently graduated 2 months in April with my BSW. Whoop, whoop, Rattler, yes. Today I'm going to do a little video in regards to that experience. I am the first generation college graduate within my family, and it's a big deal. I it's a big deal for me and my family and what it means. Ooh, ah, okay. I already feel a little emotional, but what it means for me and my family and what it means not just for them but really for me. So I did a video before about my background and my upbringing. I will try my best to link it in this video, which will be my first time doing so, but everything is on the internet. I'll figure it out. And in that video you will have a gist of how I was brought up and just a little background story of who I am or what's molded me into the person that I am here now. So with me graduating, I said that it's a big thing for my family, but mostly it was a big deal for me. I don't think I mentioned it in my last video, but because probably it was done before graduation, but it's on graduation day. I wasn't as happy as you think I should be. More because well, my mom wasn't able to make it because of a miscommunication, but so that was it was kind of on the day leading up to it. It wasn't too bad, but on the day itself, I was like, dang, I wish my mom was here. I wish I had my family here with me to witness this with me because it was hard and it's a again as I said it was a great accomplishment, but at that time I felt like the the days before that I felt strong. I felt okay. It's okay if my mom isn't able to make it. I understand the reason why, and I was like, yeah, it's okay. But on the day, I was like, man, I wanted my family support. I wanted them physically there, and I was tired of being strong. At that moment, I felt tired of being strong. I felt tired, always doing, not always doing stuff, but when you are brought up by parents that English is not their first language, and you have or English is not the first language, and they didn't grow up where you were born. So a lot of things you kind of figure it out on your own, like doing assignments, school assignments. My parents didn't have the capability to assist me with it on their own. Of course, my mom always tried her best to pay someone to get like afternoon classes and whatnot for me to help get help in certain subjects. And I'm grateful, to be honest, that my parents didn't really have to pay for afternoon school. The only issue that I really had, I don't know, I keep looking up here, but the only issue that I really had going to school was math. And she did her best to help with that. And I tried my best, but math and me were not friends. But, anywho's, that situation, growing up like that, made me have to grow up very quickly, like my maturity. Whenever I had letters, it's like me explaining the schoolwork to my parents or explaining the reports they got, they understood. When my mom saw a bad grade, like math was something, okay, Christine, this is what you have to work on. If you want me to pay for certain things, just let me know. Like these things, again, she tried her best, but a lot of things I had to do on my own. I had to figure it out on my own. And when it came to graduation day, I didn't want to be that strong person. I wanted to cry. Actually, I called my mom and I cried on the phone because I was like, but how come I have no call? I didn't get no call from any of my relatives on the day. And of course, I spoke to my brothers and stuff about it. They explained me the reason why. Again, I understood. But there are times in life, my voice is getting a little high, but there are times being strong all the time, you get tired of being strong. And at that time, I was. Of course, I spoke to my family about it and I explained them. And it doesn't make the feeling that you feel go away. It doesn't make it invalid. It doesn't make your feelings invalid because you understand the situation. But it also brought light to me that everything that you're doing, of course, your family is gonna benefit from it, and if it's your motivation to do certain things and to achieve certain things. But at the end of the day, you're the one doing it, and you are doing it for you. You're also going to benefit from it, and that's how the that's how graduation day was. The day itself, it was terrible. But this is me focusing on the family aspect. But I did have people that came and they showed out. That came to the graduation, friends that are basically family that came and they were genuinely happy for me. I got flowers. They screamed for me. They recorded, and I felt the love. And I oh, that's the physical. The people that were there that were able to make it there because of COVID. Not everyone could have come, and there's a limit on how many people that you could have invited. But those that were there, they came in and they showed out, and I really appreciate them for it. And I also had love, a lot of love coming from those that were streaming it online that really were also genuinely happy for my graduation. So your mind works like that. Just because you focus on what you also wanted doesn't mean that I did not appreciate those that were there. And sometimes your mind focuses on the negative, and we don't always see the positive of what is going on. Sometimes that's how the mind works. So that was me just giving you the gist of graduation day, of course. And now I'm going to transition into. So this was me speaking about graduation day, but now I'm going to transition into being the first generation anything. So I am now in a period of figuring things out, and of course I believe that God is always with me in the steps that I'm taking, and it's for me to figure it out on my own. And in that, my family my parents, they're not so strict on Christine, you have to do this, you have to do that. It's mostly me doing it, and them letting them know of the steps that I'm going to take or what decision that I've taken. So I've mostly been free in that kind of aspect. My parents never told me. They gave me suggestion. Maybe you should study nursing and accounting because Haitian parents, African parents, these are like one of the top things. Of course, is one of them, but I don't think I ever give my parents the vibe that I wanted to do. That I had the doctor in me, or I wanted to do. Oh, they did suggest I become a lawyer because I used to do the back and forth with them. But other than that, my parents were very open in the decision that I've taken where my education is concerned. But so yeah, so that's that. Yeah, so my parents were very lenient where education was concerned. Sometimes they may not agree with this decision and may give suggestion, but it wasn't so like adamant like you have to go my way. So I'm grateful for that, and of course I think it goes along with my characteristic and the type of person that I am in. I Of course, I think it goes with my characteristic and the type of person that I am. That's why they gave me that kind of freedom when it comes to that. I am pretty much what's the word? Responsible. I am pretty much responsible. So I think that's one of the reasons why they allow it, but also they don't know. When it comes to certain like education and those stuff, they don't know because my parents were only able to make it to a certain extent. My mom didn't have the opportunity to go to school. My dad made it until I think primary. He completed it, and then that was it. So yeah, it's me. And with that, I said I was going to transition into the generational part. Being the first generation, anything, it's a beautiful thing, but sometimes it can be overwhelming. Overwhelming because you have to be the person to figure out the steps on your own. So there's no one like in your immediate family. I have mentors and I'm grateful for them, but you don't have anyone in your immediate family that could be like, Christine, this is what you have to do, guys. Please, man. I'm sorry. I don't do this, but disregard this. But like, no one is here to tell you to coach you and be like, Christine, if you don't have it already up here, that this is what I should do. Christine, maybe you should do this so you don't have to go in that direction and you won't have to waste your time. For example, and I was having this discussion with a friend of mine's mom, and her mom is educated. She went to school and she have her degree and she knows her stuff. And we were having a discussion at the table, and she said that sometimes when you go as a freshman, the advisors they give you classes that you don't need, and if you don't have, let's say, if you're a first generation student, first generation freshman, whatever it is, that you don't have the knowledge and you didn't do the research and your parents didn't, you didn't have anyone that sat you down to give you these things. Sometimes you end up taking classes, going on doing certain things that was uncalled for, that has nothing to do with your degree, and you end up wasting time, money. Being a first generational, anything can be overwhelming. Last month I kind of felt that, not I felt kind of overwhelmed as to what to do, and it's because being a first generational college graduate is a beautiful thing. It's a great accomplishment, but it also means that you have to figure other stuff on your own. You did the school thing, and now what is the next step? Yes, work, but I know for me there are certain things that I don't want to do, and it's for me to figure out what works for me. And as I said, being a first generational and graduate is a beautiful thing, but it can be overwhelming because you have to figure things out on your own, and there's generational stuff that you are figuring out. That you are, for example, being a first generational leader, like this is something that I'm stepping in now. I don't have families that my family member, like people that are close to me, they haven't done what I'm about to do. They have not done what I'm about to do, what I'm even doing right now. And it's a big deal for me. And where that is concerned, I know that it's important for me to find the right mentorship to help me do that. And it's important for me to invest in these things that I want to develop, invest in the skills that I see that I have to develop it to make it, to become better. Me standing in front, me doing this, I never thought I would be able to do it. Like even my mom, her personality is more like in shy-ish until you get to know her. But I have certain things that I've gotten from her. But it's like using these things to make it better. I've recently invested in a mentorship program. I have mentors that are close to me that are one call away that I can ask what to do, what should I do. But there are also people that I follow online that can help me, that gives me, they're positive people that can help guide me. So mentorship for me is very important to develop. Another thing that I wanted to mention was mentorship. Mentorship doesn't only mean like one thing. Like you could only have one mentor in one thing. I have one for leadership, Pastor Darius. He's that person for me. I've had who I have my mentor from a spiritual mentor, which is someone that I went to that I did Bible studies with, and she's such a loving person. Not to say that she's perfect, but because I have her so close to me, it makes the spiritual journey a little bit easier because I have that great example in my life. So, if you are watching this video and maybe you are in that same the same path as I am, although we don't have people in our lives that in our immediate life that is in our surrounding and that is in our environment to assist us in our journey, it's okay, you will figure it out. I recommend, highly recommend that you find the right persons in your life to help you along this journey, whether it's like YouTube through books. I am trying to get back on reading books the way I used to. I won't get into that because this I guess I am. So I have this book that I've been reading since last year, but I do want to finish it because I know the benefits that is gonna come through that. So mentorship can come through books, through persons that are giving the free knowledge on YouTube and social media. They have them on platforms, and sometimes you might have to pay for it, and it's okay because you are worth it. You are worth investing in. So if you're not willing to invest in yourself, why do you think people are gonna want to pay you, invest their company in you, like pay you to work in their company if you're not gonna do the best, if you're not willing to do it on your own? That don't make sense. Make it make sense. So books, social media, and programs that are put out there to refine certain skills that you may have in you, and also learn new skills. This editing, when I first started doing YouTube videos, I had no idea how to edit. Of course, there are there are ways that I can get better, I'm sure of it, but where I started then is not where I am now. So if you get a new skill, and where I started then is not where I am right now. So don't limit yourself. If you want to do something and you don't know how to do it, it's okay, just look it up. There's a lot of things on the internet that you can just look up and then you can figure it out or pay for it to happen, because who's going to benefit? Yourself. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. And this is where I am right now, figuring things out. It's okay because I do believe that God is guiding me, is guiding each and every step that I take. And what is for me will be for me. So I'm not pressed about what is to come. I'm not pressed about what other people have. Really and truly, it don't phase me. But what's for me is waiting. Yeah, I feel like my spirit. What's for me is waiting for me. What's for me is waiting for me. What's for you is waiting for you. So don't stress about what is to come. There's a scripture that came to my mind. Don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. It's in Matthew something. I'm on my laptop right now, kinda, and I don't want to have to search for it. But look for it, and then you get a little scripture under your girdle and your knowledge so that you can affirm yourself with. So you're welcome. So that's it for today's video. I thank you guys for watching, and I will be doing more of these. It's just having the time to do it and editing it. I'm trying not to edit too much out of it because I want to show you my personality through it, but when I'm going over there and messing up my words, I don't really want you guys to see that, but I might just post it just because I'm not perfect and I don't. And you see, here we go, making it longer. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I will see you guys next time. Have a blessed and a wonderful day, and trust God in all of your path and everything that you do, and just include Him, and He will direct your path. Another scripture that I paraphrase: look for it. Trust God with all of your, and He will guide. I can't remember it, but it's something like that. Thank you guys again for watching today's video. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.